Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we will look at the 5 stages of relationship everyone should know. Before we go straight into the video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Falling in love, being together, creating lasting love, and find a calling as a couple. Most of the people are caught up in the idea of fairy tale romance. But the truth is, there are ups and downs in all serious relationships, and it is necessary to go through some tough times as a couple in order to harden your connection with your partner. Most of the people want their relation to end at a final stage of love. There are different stages of love, and a relationship can go back to a previous stage of love. It doesn't mean that your love is fading away. You relive those moments with your partner. You may get different experiences at the same time. Spending years in a particular stage, you can get stuck in a stage forever. It is mandatory for both parties to invest the same energy and time. Everyone in this world goes through this in their lifetime, and it can be very hurtful or a loving memory. Falling in love is one of the greatest feelings. Falling in love is easy, but staying in love is much more difficult than that because you have to maintain the relationship with the person you love. You can't always use the same techniques that have worked out for you and for your partner in the past. A relationship goes through different stages, and everyone has different experiences. Here are the 5 stages to having a healthy relationship everyone should know. 1. Falling in love. When we have a crush on someone or fall in love with someone, it is easy for us to ignore the bad qualities of that person. We are so fascinated by them, we fail to see flaws in them and keep falling in love with them. For us, our partner is perfect and different from others. We automatically start doing things for them that make them happy. This stage of love is defined by romance and attraction. You and your partner are getting to know one another on an emotional and physical level. During this falling in love, or you can say that romantic phase, you don't see flaws in your partner. You see the best of your partner. You want to spend more time with them. You enjoy their company, and you are often giddy. It's human nature that we can fall in love with that person who wouldn't be compatible with us. People often ask, why would nature intend for us to fall in love with someone incompatible? We get attracted to someone incompatible because their personality traits are opposite to ours. This allows us to fit together, just like pieces of a puzzle are fixed together, and they create a beautiful picture. We fit these 2 pieces of puzzle and create a new one. A piece of nature more strong and more likely to survive the continuation of the human species. We often wonder why we fall in love with someone who is so opposite from ourselves. At this stage, you only focus on your loved ones. They are always on your mind, and it makes it hard for you to do other things. That's all because at this stage, you're ruled by your hormones. During this stage, love actually is a drug, and your dopamine levels are high, making you feel happy and giddy. These hormones hide our flaws and encourage us to do whatever it takes to keep the romance alive. Falling in love is fun and exciting, and often what people expect the entire relationship to feel like. But as you get more and more comfortable with your partner, as you get to know them more and more, and as this dopamine rush slowly wears off, these giddy feelings will subside and your actual relationship will be tested. At this stage, you choose to see only your similarities and the good parts of the relationship. The falling in love stage lasts different lengths for different couples, normally ranging anywhere from 3 months to 2 years. It is normally the shortest phase in a long-term relationship. 2. The power struggle stage. We tend to think of the picture-perfect ones that we see on the movies or read about in novels when it comes to relationships. This makes it easy for us to assume that our relationships can never be perfect unless they are identical to the ones we've portrayed. This stage may cause a lot of misunderstanding or tension between you and your partner due to the fact that the peachy love you once had has disintegrated before your eyes. Sometimes we replace these missing emotions with anger, which also leads to a problem in itself. We often stop focusing on what makes our partner seem so perfect and special, and we begin to recognize only what makes them seem almost repulsive to us. Couples become withdrawn when they go through this stage. Sometimes you feel betrayed, because with time, your partner has turned into a completely different person, and you start to question yourself. Are they the one you fell in love with? If one partner is doing this, the other will demand for attention while feeling afraid of being emotionally abandoned. It is one of the most critical stages in a relationship. It also presents chances to look into yourself or re-establish your independence in the relationship. Sometimes this stage takes a toll on people, and they begin thinking that all their efforts were just a waste. It would take too much work to rebuild what they once had. This is when the couples split apart, and this is also why most divorces happen. 3. Stability stage. Stability is the stage where you and your partner comfort each other, talk about each other's issues as well, and deal with them together. On average, very few people make it this far. Like in the start of every relationship, you want to get to this stage, but you realize that you cannot change your partner and you have no energy to work it out. You begin to see them for everything that they are, good or bad. You're willing to accept it. Most individuals will want to plant themselves into this stage of the relationship. Doing so can make it easy for them to become bored. With time, you may begin to realize that the excitement of being in love is fading away, and you need something special to keep it alive. Most couples resolve these issues by creating shared experiences and maintaining the feeling of adventure in their relationship. This is also the stage where you can get married and feel comfortable with that decision. It is a stage of mature and sustainable love that lasts forever in an ideal world for the couples. You no longer miss the attraction because it would mean being with a new person, and you don't want that. You have a vision for a future together as a couple. It is the most important stage in a relationship because this stage gives you time to evaluate as a couple your ability to be part of a relationship. Open and honest conversations should be happening as couples plan their present and future. 4. Commitment stage. When it comes to relationships, people often associate commitment with marriage, even though that's what this stage represents. Many people make this mistake by marrying at the romance stage of their relationship. This is the stage in which you and your partner are actually ready for marriage. When you reach this stage, you have both realized that you don't need each other. You both want each other. You recognize that you both have flaws and neither of you is perfect. You still desire to be with each other, and you both fall into an endless wave of balanced, adventurous freedom. Many people trick themselves into believing that since they've gotten this far and it feels so good, that their work as a team must be done. Often they also tend to sacrifice their own goals in life and spend more time with their significant instead. They also become lazy in maintaining their emotional connection. But the truth is, you both are growing, evolving as a couple. In this stage, you have to make commitment with your partner. You plan a future with them. Commitment stage is the stage where you're constantly deciding that this person is the one for you. Many people are afraid of commitments. They instead remain on the fence. But in this round, you cannot be on the fence. You're either in it or out of it. Meanwhile, your partner has shown their true colours to you. So, it's time for you to decide whether you want to go further into it. If you're making plans for exiting the relationship, you may feel ready for an exciting new beginning. In short, in this stage, you make a decision. You either want to stay and have a future with that person, or you want to leave. 5. The Bliss stage. Your relationship evolves beyond the boundaries of your family unit, and like a teenager leaving home, it moves out into the world. When you move to this stage, you learn that love is not an obsession. Love is not commitment, and it is neither power nor stability. Mostly couples in this stage work on a collaborative project together. It's usually some kind of shared creative work that is intended to make the world a better place. This project could be anything: a business, a charity, an artwork, or consciously raising children. It naturally emerges as the result of you growing through the stages together. Once you reach this stage, you and your partner become aware of your love for each other, and you decide to make it official. As nature gives you lives and the ability to create such a blissful experience together, it now calls on you to give back. Lots of couples decide to give back to the society by donating to charities, starting a family business, and many other things. But remember, if you and your partner have been together for so long, you must be sure to continue nurturing your relationship so problems don't arise. Though relationships can be tough sometimes, it's important to learn how to handle things. Falling in love isn't something that occurs all the time. When you begin to recognize this stage, it becomes easier to deal with the problems. Remember that it is natural to lose certain feelings for people at times. Not everything lasts forever, but it totally doesn't mean you have to regret it. All in all, putting time and energy in a relationship makes it stronger and will pay off in unimaginable ways.